What's going on? John Hack here for Think About Comics, joined by
Boy, William Bethea.
today we're going to be talking about the follow-up to a book that had the internet going crazy, had comic book fans going crazy, had people that didn't even read comic books coming in to pick one up because they had to know what it is Batman, Three Jokers, issue 2.
Woo.
So what'd you think, man?
Oh man, excellent book. Excellent book. Let me tell you something. Set the right tone. Definitely gave us that heat that we wanted. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not only did it keep constant with the first issue, but now you realize how deep the two Jokers are that's left. And I'm telling you, Red Hood, that boy done been through some stuff, man.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, he gets worked on in this issue by the Jokers, and it just you realize, one, how much he's been through and how little help he's gotten as far as healing from the other Bat family, and you find out how just passive, and I mean not just passive, but how Batman feels about the people that's under him. He wants them to be strong on their own. He is not nurturing nobody. Especially when he referenced to Batgirl about when she got hurt and she came back stronger. He was like, I thought my man was like you. You know, I mean, what? Two different situations. She had her dad dead. My man ain't had nobody. You know what I'm saying? From the way it's depicted, he didn't have that family support to bring him through. But she goes into, her dad was there when she was going through counseling, through physical training, physical therapy. She had a support group. And Bruce looked at it like, nah, she was just strong. Because he wasn't paying attention. Yo, this was an awesome book.
Yeah, I mean, I was really concerned on how this book was going to go out. Mm-hmm. The first issue did a really good job at telling an amazing story.
Oh, yeah.
The art was fantastic. The writing was second to none. This book is doing a really good transition from that first issue into this one, especially that ending.
Yeah.
I think more psychological horror.
Yeah.
And showing the effects of these characters are broken.
Oh, yeah.
Especially, you see how much Batman is detached from a lot of things. Mm-hmm. And you see what his faults are. You see that Joker is an unhinged character.
Oh, yeah.
You see that, characters. Yeah. And you see how Batman also is an unhinged character as well. You see where he's not really this perfect guy. At all. You get to see a lot of human, the people behind the mask.
Yeah.
And you hit it on the dot, Barbara has her dad.
Mm-hmm.
Jason had nobody. That's what we see in this book.
Yeah.
We get to see how Batman drops the ball on something. And we get to see a character who's been put in a position in DC where he is that guy.
Yeah.
So it's rare that we see him mess up on this level.
Mm-hmm.
And how he's failed somebody he was supposedly to be caring for and take in and just have his back 24/7.
Yeah.
And he failed him completely.
Oh, yeah.
I really like how the pacing is.
Mm-hmm.
They go right from one story into the next.
Yeah.
And it's an even flow. There wasn't a huge gap. There wasn't a big delay with the release. It came out on time. 3 will be coming out on time as well. It's not the Batman story that I think a lot of people, especially in issue 2, a lot of people are going to say that this book dropped off, or this book it's not as good as the first one, or they're going in a bad direction. The book isn't about Batman.
Yeah.
It's about the Joker's impact on the people around Batman.
Oh, yeah.
Because Batman has always beaten the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
And that book cements that, saying, hey, look, Batman's not scared of the Joker as everybody else is, because he's whooped up on him every time. He's undefeated against him.
Yeah.
We see Batgirl who isn't.
Mm-hmm.
We see Jason Todd who's now 0-2.
Oh, yes. He didn't took it.
So that's what this story is.
Yeah.
How do these other characters progress? Because that's what makes the Joker so powerful.
Yes.
is that his impact is on so many other people, not Batman.
Yeah.
Batman looks at people who have suffered from the Joker. He's never felt it really, except with Jason, and that's only to a certain extent. He never was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get the Joker." Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
He's always been, I'm gonna be the straight shooter. I'm gonna do the right thing. Jason happened. I got to move on. These other characters haven't moved on, and this book does a great job at highlighting those issues and those problems.
Oh yeah.
That's why I'm very curious to see how they wrap this up. I highly doubt that they're going to wrap this up with a clear ending. Like, hey, look, it's over, it's done. This is going to be an open-ending book. I really see them doing a Three Jokers Part 2 or something like that, because this book, it's very rare nowadays for a comic book to blow up on Twitter like issue 1 did. Yeah. Issue 2 is another great book. I don't know if it took the best for my week, but it was definitely a fun read for me. Very informative, very heavy on what mental health is for these characters.
Yes.
And how you face your assailant, the person who wronged you, and how you live and how you move on from that when you suffer a heinous act on you. Where do you go, and how does that change the person who you really are? And we see two characters who are two sides of the coin. Yeah. Barbara's, she's done this, and Jason went totally in the other direction. I highly recommend following this series. If you want to wait and pick it up when the third issue's done and read them all together, I'd highly recommend that. But this story flows really, really well. You don't really need to know what's going on in the Batman universe, what his main storylines are. You just need to know, hey, there's three Jokers. They've always been around. Oh, yeah. Now Batman found out about them, and him and his team are trying to take him out. Yep. And that's what you got.
Hey, man, I'm telling you, this here, this classic right here.
Yeah, it's a good book. I definitely see this being, regarded as this generation's Killing Joke, this generation's whatever, and being something interesting. But that's our review of this book, guys. Awesome book. Not a typical Batman story. I think a lot of people are going to be kind of thrown off by that. But overall, great book, great read. Pick it up. Hit up your local comic book shop. Be safe. Stay reading comics, guys.
Peace.